What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? Hope having a blessed Friday if you're watching this. Mania week. Whole bunch of shit dropping. It's ridiculous. You got Dragon Gate. You got fucking Bloodsport. You got Stardom. Whole bunch of shit. TNA had a pay-per-view yesterday. It's insane. It really is. But before I get into this video for Let's Fucking Go, episode 2, picking up where I left off, where I try and knock this shit out. One video, we'll get 2 today. Alright, but try and do one of these reviews each day until I'm caught up. But before I get started, just gotta do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and to the followers on Rumble at 407 apparently. So thank you to people who recently subbed. I truly appreciate it. At 112 or 113 on Rumble. So thank you. Alright, so I'm not gonna waste any more time. I do apologize. I know I'm weeks behind on this shit. But we're gonna pick up where I left off, alright? So we start off, we got a tag team match. We have Silo Hill and Danny Sikelski versus Anthony Luke and Tyra May Steele. Decent little match from the time that they were given, but I'm fast forward to the finish, alright? Tyra hits a spear to Anthony, Danny hits a spear to Tyra, then Silo Hill comes in, hits kind of like a twisting butterfly slam, suplex, I guess, to Anthony. 1, 2, 3, Silo and Danny go over. Afterwards, we find out which future great goes to which legend. Alright, so we start off with Xena, she goes to Bubba Ray. Chris Island goes to Mickie James. Troy Yearwood goes to Mickie James, which is fitting because Mickie is the one that was advocating for him the most. So that's a good choice. Big Nasty or P Nasty. Was it P Nasty or Big Nasty? I think it was P Nasty. 1 and 2. But what's the difference? She goes to Booker T. Alright. Drake Moreau, he goes to Bubba Ray Dudley. Silo Hill goes to The Undertaker. Jasper Troy goes to Booker T. Lay Laurel goes to Booker T. Tatiana Dumas goes to Bubba Ray. Danny Sikelski goes to Mickie James. Bailey Humphrey goes to Undertaker. Serena goes to Mickie James. And then we're down to the final 2. Right, we got BJ. Then we have Elijah. And this is a reality TV show, so they have to build up suspense somehow. Alright, so Bubba, he's talking to Taker. He's like, look. He's like doing rock, paper, scissors. Listen. Alright, if I get this kid, BJ, is it water under a bridge? Give him a clean slate? What do you think? Taker is like, I don't know. I was thinking the same thing. But it turns out BJ goes to Bubba. BJ tries to shake Bubba's hand. He got rejected twice. He said, take your happy ass to take your happy ass to your fucking team. You ain't getting shit from me. You earn your handshake. And then Elijah goes with Taker. Right, then Elijah has his own video package. We're talking about he was a running back for the Eagles at some point or something. He was on the Eagles. I forgot what the fuck position he played. And I forgot this. I forgot Evander Holyfield had a match or a boxing match with fucking Matt Hardy. I forgot all about that shit. And they were showing photos of Evander and all his kiddos. They're at WrestleMania 25. And come to find out, this man has 11 kids. If you got the money, by all means. But, damn, that's a lot, man. I don't know, there's one boxer, I forgot his name, but I remember hearing he had 20 kids or some insane fucking number. I don't know. Couldn't be me. That's all I'm saying. We then see the coaches with their teams, and off rip, these teams are good. They are. But if I had to pick one, that the strongest team here, it's between Undertaker and Booker T. If I had to choose one, I probably got to go with Undertaker on this one. Weakest team is Mickie James. Easily. You got Chris can't cut a promo. You got Troy can't cut a promo. You got Serena's too emotional. And Danny, I haven't seen enough from her. And then Bubba's team, that's the team you got to watch out for. The wild card. You don't keep your eyes on them. They could swoop in and take you. You understand? We then see the coaches, they're talking with their teams. Booker T says, I look like shit. All right, when you go out there, your shit needs to be clean, it needs to be crisp, it needs to be on point. You understand? It can't look like garbage. Undertaker, he was talking about, the standoff when they're doing the punches, like, you punch me, and then I take your punch, and then you punch me. He's like, you got them. Where they're chanting, yay, boo, yay, boo. All right, like it's fucking Stone Cold versus Triple H or some shit. All right, but he was like, that's the art and what we do. Mickey James, she's over there running drills with Danny. And then Bubba, he's talking about what we do is all about emotion. It's not just going out there and doing random fucking moves. You're out there to tell a story and connect with your audience. He is 110% correct. And I know people have been getting on Bubba. Apparently, he's backing the fool on the show. And I'll get to it to see what people are talking about. But so far, he's correct. It's like with AEW, it's like you watch these matches and you can tell they're just going through the motions. It's just spot fest, spot for spot for spot. It's like, well, what's the story being told? You know what I mean? Besides the fact that, I'm doing a 450 splash just to pop the crowd. But it's like, there's no story behind it. I'm just referring to the random matches, not the matches that are in a feud, like Tony Storm versus Mariah May, for instance, or Hangman versus Swerve. I'm talking about just a random match between like fucking Mark Briscoe versus Brody King. You know what I mean? Like, why are these two going at it? Or fucking Kyle Fletcher versus like someone like Matt Bernard. You know, random. There's doing shit just to do shit, man. Like, what's the story being told? Why do I care about these two? Why are they wrestling? You know, this is the little things. We then get a video package for Miss Tatiana Dumas, or I like to say Dumas. Right? She's a pro basketball player. She's from Sydney, Australia. You know, that's not a knife. This is a knife. You know, she was on I didn't even know they had an Australian Ninja Warrior. I didn't know that. And they had an Australian Gladiator show as well. I'm like, how do I watch this shit? You know what I mean? Like, I'll tune in to watch that. I love Gladiators growing up, you know? But basically, Bubba was saying how Tatiana doubts herself. You know, she lacks that self-esteem that she should have. You know, it's like, you know you're talented. All right, you wouldn't be here otherwise. All right, you're so in your head right now, it's not even funny. Relax. All right, you got this. Then he was talking to Xena, talking about, you know, letting her personality shine. And apparently, Xena has hyperhidrosis, which I didn't know. I never heard that word a day in my life until now. So I had to do a DuckDuckGo search. Apparently, it's abnormally excessive sweating involving the extremities, underarms, and face. The more you know. Bubba was like, yeah, that's attractive, you know, but she gets a video package, you know, she's a Ukrainian, comes through, he says that there's going to be 4 matches, and it's up to the coaches to determine who's in those matches. So we fast forward to Bubba's crew. We got BJ trying to politic to be the representative for Bubba's crew. All right, Bubba was like, you know, all right, you guys will improve yourselves. Show me you have what it takes. So they all cut promos. You got BJ. He was like, we got Xena crying about how hard it is in Ukraine. Well, you ever been to the mean streets of Orange County, bruh? Oh, like, how the fuck this dude gonna compare Orange County to the Ukraine that's currently going through a war right now? Oh, okay, yeah, sure. It's so tough out there in OC. I got you. All right, yeah, Drake. He says, like, I'm gonna show you, and then that's it. Wait, like, garbage promo. Tatiana says, like, it doesn't matter how long I've been here. What matters is that when we get to that ring, and when the ref counts 1, 2, 3. But it works because of her accent. You know what I mean? That Australian accent works wonders for her. And BJ was like, oh, I think they both suck. It's like, nigga, you suck. Tatiana cut the best promo here. You know, from what I've heard, we can talk about trying to compare it like the OC to Ukraine, right? Come on, man, stop it. But we didn't find out who the coaches choose to have these matches. All right, first match, we have Tatiana Dumas versus Leigh Laurel. And in the words of Booker T, shucky, shucky, quack, quack. Oh yeah, man. Next match, we have Jasper Troy, who gets a video package. He says that he's out here doing this, repping his family. Right, and then they're showing the pictures of family. Cute kid. They got me over here like, oh man. Got me all sentimental and shit. Right? So he's going up against Chris Island. Yeah, Mickie James trying to hype him up because she knew that he was the underdog going into this match. Because you look at these two, look at the face off. Jasper looks like he'll cook this dude Gordon Ramsay style. Like, I will break you in half. I must break you. Like, nigga, come on, man. Stop it. you ain't going over on me. It ain't happening. Next match. All right, we have Silo Hill versus Troy Yearwood. All right, things get tense. Undertaker told Silo, you need to be a heel. Silo did just that. Pushes Troy. Troy just smiles in his face like, you pussy. That's all you got, bitch. I like it. Good shit. That's what I want to see here. And the last match is Xena Sterling versus P Nasty. Right. P Nasty looking like, bitch, I will knock you the fuck out. Like, you're a joke. Nobody takes you seriously. And I'm a dog walk your ass. That's the look she had on her face. And I love it. Fucking love it. You got BJ. He's tight about not getting picked. So he has a heart-to-heart with Bubba. Bubba says, like, what the fuck's with this smirk on your face, man? And, like, you drew your teammates on the bus. Did you not? And BJ was like, I just thought their promos were shit. I mean, we want me to say, I'm being honest. And it's like, maybe he does feel that way. Maybe he honestly thinks they were shit promos. But I think his promo was shit. Garbage. That's the funny part. That's the irony in it. Right? And Bubba was like, listen, man. Like, Bubba said this. He says, out of all the future greats, you have the most potential out of everybody. But it's this condescending attitude that you have that's going to get you in trouble, especially in that locker room. So we get the first match. All right, P Nasty comes out. You know, she requested to come out first. She's a heel, playing off the crowd. Like, y'all ain't face me. I ain't worried about y'all. No, I love it, man. Like, it's to the point to where, like, my first original three was Tyra May Steele, Lay Laurel, and P Nasty. I might have to switch P Nasty to number 2. So it'll be Tyra May Steele number 1, P Nasty number 2, and then Lay Laurel number 3. Yep. 100%, yeah. I still need to see more from Lay Laurel. Alright, but she's still in my top 3. But yeah, P Nasty, she's one of my favorites here. Easily. Xena comes out with her ditzy, bubbly self. Alright, got an okay match. Xena wins via schoolgirl. After the match, they're like, is she always like this? And Bubba was like, yeah, that's what you see is what you get. That's her. You know, the Undertaker was like, how the fuck she end up with you? I'm like, yeah, you damn sure ain't bubbly. You know, and they're talking with P Nasty. They're just like, you know, I love what I see out there. The only thing I want to see more is more aggression from you. More intensity. And other than that, you got it. Like, you have the presence of a heel. You know, you look like you mean business. That's what I want to see. Bubba then goes to give praise to Xena, and it kills me. Like, every time I see Bubba next to Xena, he looks so fucking disgusted. like this repulsed by her. You know, like kind of like that look that Homelander gave Firecracker at that news station studio. That look. This is complete, just ugh. You know? But we get the next match. We have Jasper Troy. He coming out. He has that stoic, badass stare, like that "don't fuck with me" stare, down packed. All right. We then see Chris Island coming out. He's the babyface, obviously. Get the match. I like this match. I do. All right. Especially Jasper was the obvious standout here. You know, just his presence, the way he carried himself, his execution moves. He's got it. I know he's been there. He has more. It was him and Silo that have the most experience, if I'm not mistaken. And it showed. At some point in the match, Jasper's like, you better warn him. And then Mickie was like, I know you guys ain't talking to me. He ain't talking to me. And Booker T's like, that I could have been you, Bubba. I could have been you, Bubba. I could have been you, Bubba. Fast forward to the finish of the match. Chris Island hits a running crossbody for the 1, 2, 3. Right afterwards, no, Mickey James was like, I like the match. My only criticism was the comeback from you, Chris. I felt it was rushed. I want to see more fight before you go into that sequence. And Booker T was like, listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. Like, listen, Chris, you may not know what you're doing out there, but you need to act like you know what you're doing out there. Now, my boy Jasper, the pastor, was biblical out there, put on a star-studded performance. That man has potential great written all over him. And this made Chris feel some type of way. He was like, man, the coaches was talking about how Jasper was in the lead. I'm like, I disagree. And I'm like, I don't. Like, for what I've seen, Jasper was in control of the match. He was leading the match, and as he should, because he's the one that has more experience. It only makes sense. It makes too much sense. And it wasn't a bad performance from Chris, but it was rushed. Like Mickey James said, it was like, you're going up against a dude that's like 6'6", over 300 pounds, as he's being billed as. So it's going to take a lot more than just one or two punches to, get this dude off of you. You know what I mean? But yeah, I like the match nonetheless. Moving on to the next match, we have Silo Hill coming out. Undertaker told him, what I want to see from you is ruthless aggression. He didn't say that, but he did. He did say he wants to see aggression. And Silo, he has that good lunatic, I'm unhinged face. You know what I mean? Like, I'm fucking psycho. Then Troy Yearwood comes out, and this dude looks like a fucking wrestler. My nigga looking like he was back there teaming with Ron Simmons. One half of Doom in WCW. All right, and this is my favorite match from this episode. They went out there, they did their thing. Where fast forward, Troy hits Bob Holly-esque, "How you like me now?" drop kick, and say what you want about Hardcore Holly. All right, he has one of the best drop kicks I've ever seen. Like him, like Kazuchika Okada, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and Mark Jindrak, because Mark Jindrak has some nasty height on his fucking drop kicks. Oh, and Maven too. Yeah, those are like some of the best drop kicks I could think of. So he wins off the drop kick, 1, 2, 3. Troy Yearwood goes over. After the match, they're talking about, you guys need to focus on the little things. Like Bubba was like Silo, when you hit that clothesline, when you heard that pop, let it settle, let it marinate in the crowd. Like that's the reaction that you want to get, that you want to invoke in the audience. You don't want to just rush from move to move. Let it settle for a bit, then you transition to the next move, all right? Work on that. Then get the next match. We have Tatiana Dumas coming out, looking like a natural heel out there. Then get a video package for Leia Laurel. She's a powerlifter. She did cosplay. She was like, I guess people love me cosplaying as Chun-Li from Street Fighter. Yes, we do. Right? She had the dies on her boy. Let me stop. And she's dressing up as some chick from My Hero Academia. I don't fucking know. I've never seen it. I couldn't get into it. Sorry, not sorry. Maybe one day. Probably not. To be honest. She comes out looking like a star. Even Undertaker and Booker T are like, yep, that's a star right there. 100%. They get the match. Good performances for both ladies. Fast forward, Tatiana wins via small package. Afterwards, all the coaches were in agreement. It's pretty astonishing how comfortable both you two look with the lack of experience that you two have being in that ring. You guys look like naturals. You guys look like stars. All right. Don't get a big head. All right. You got a long way to go. But both of you two should be proud of yourselves. And now it's time to pick one man and one woman that will earn a point for their teams. All right. Start off with the men. Booker T and Bubba, they choose Jasper. Mickey and Undertaker, they choose Troy. So leave it to Shawn Michaels. Shawn says, both you men, had good performances today. But if I had to choose one, I have to go with star power over ability. And in that case, I had to go with Troy. So Troy wins, earns a point for Team Mickey. And for the women, it was Bubba, Mickey, and Undertaker. They chose Leia Laurel. So she earns a point from Team Booker. So they're tied, Team Mickey, Team Booker, 1 point apiece. And I agree with the judges on this one. I would choose Troy and Layla for this round. Like, Troy looked like a wrestler. If you would stick him out there in Raw or SmackDown or NXT, he looks like he belongs. You know what I mean? Same thing with Layla, right? And runner-up would be Jasper and Tatiana. And here comes this schmuck. Yeah, BJ talking about, see, Bubba, you know, I hate to be the guy that says I told you so, but I told you so, man. Should have chose me. We could have got a point, but nah, you didn't want to choose me. You know, that's like, man, shut your ass up. Shut up. It's like, if you had to choose between the Temu Alibaba version of Jake Paul and fucking Grayson Waller combined over Troy Yearwood, I'm going with Troy. 11 times out of 10. All right. And then we end the episode. Undertaker talking about, man, I ain't sweating a point. All right. My job is to make sure I teach these students, you know, what it means to be a superstar in this business. All right. And best believe, I came here to win. The rest of these coaches will rest in peace. He didn't say that, but that's it for this episode. Episode 2, done. All right, that's it for today. And watching this made me realize how much more entertaining watching this show is compared to Raw. Like, it's not even close, man. So I'll do episode 3 tomorrow. All right, one episode each day until I'm caught up. All right, you let me know you guys' thoughts on this episode. Like if you like, hate if you hate, it's all the same to me. I just want to see the engagement and the feedback from you guys. All right, as far as the next video, I might do the Triple H talking shit about the IWC, and I still got to do TNA's Unbreakable. I'm going to try to just run through that fucking show, because that was a long-ass show, man. You had the regular TNA episode, plus a fucking little short mini pay-per-view, I guess. So I'll try to do my best to break that down for you guys as well. So I'll have to see, man. A bunch of shit I got to do this week. A bunch of shit I got to watch and cover. So I get to it when I get to it. All right? Only got but so much time, but I wish enough for your guys' time. So with that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect you and yours, your loved ones, stay warm, stay dry, stay frosty, but most importantly, trust in God. God be with you. I'm out of here. And until next time, adios.